In this video, let's do a fun but important power plant test for the coming 3.24.2 live patch. And right now, I am still in the 3.24.2 PTU. So in front of me are all size 2 power plants from different classes: civilian, competition, stealth, industrial, and military. And the power plants, as well as other components, have been greatly diversified in this patch, and their stats are getting more and more complex. But in this video, we are going to just focus on one simple thing. Will different class of power plant give us different power supplies, especially different power segments? And will the higher grade power plant give us more power segments within the same class? And I'm going to be using the Spirit C1 for this test because this ship only requires one size 2 power plant. Now, let's go. Okay, first of all, we're going to check the stock power plant for the C1. This one is called Ultra Flux. Now, we're going to find it on Urkel. Here we go. This is Ultra Flux. It's military B power plant. The power segment generation, it says 19. And power, it says 10,000. Okay, let's go check this one out. Okay, turn my engine on. There we go. I am in SCM mode. And now you can see I do have 19 power output segments. And if I turn everything on, I'm going to give full power to cooler. And I have power for my radar, life support. Tractor beam also needs power. Except my quantum drive. Everything else, I have sufficient power. I can give 2 more power to my weapon as well. Give full power to engine, I can do that. Or full power to shield. Yes, I do have sufficient power for that. In SCM mode, I can give full power to my quantum drive and my radar and cooler. And I can turn my weapon off and give a little bit more power to my engine. And that's it. So I have sufficient power for this ship to maintain all the functions. Okay, now I have this JS400. This is a military A power plant. So let's compare the power plant within the same class first. So JS400, and we also have a Quadracell MT. This is also a military A. On Urkel, let's take a look. JS400 and the Quadracell MT. So they're both military A, and the power segment generation, they're the same, 20. And cooling consumption 20. The power, they are 10,625. So they are the same. The only difference is the power draw request time. JS400 power draw request time is 10 seconds. And Quadracell MT is 15 seconds. So for JS400, it takes less time for this power plant to reach full potential. I think that's what it means. But these two have the same power segment generation. Let's test it out and put JS400 in it. When you put the components to the component slots, you have to rotate to the specific position like this for it to snap. We do have 20 power segments for the JS400, which means we can give 1 extra pip to whatever component that we need. And I am in SCM mode, and this power plant can support every function in SCM mode. But I'm gonna need weapon most of all in SCM mode. I can reduce cooler 1 bar, and life support generator. Who needs life support, right? And then give it to shield and give it to engine. So I do have sufficient power supply with a JS400, 1 extra pip. SCM mode, I'll have sufficient power for cooler, radar, tractor beam, especially my quantum drive, which requires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars. And then I don't need weapon. I can give 2 extra bar to my engine. Very nice. Next power plant, let's just pick one. Which one looks better? Oh, this one looks really cool. I like the color for this power plant. Starburn, let's check. So look for Starburn, which is this one. This is competition B. Power segment generation is 21. Wow. And the power is only 3,750. Power draw request time is 7.5 5. Yes, we do have 21 bars of power. And in SCM mode, we can give 2 more pips to engine and full power to weapon, full power to shield. We don't really need tractor beam in SCM mode in combat, so we can give full power to engine. Ooh, look at that. And then 1 more bar to cooler. So cooler is full, radar is full, shield is full, engine and weapon all full with this power plant. Of course, life support is off, tractor beam off, quantum drive off. And my gun has 15 rounds in the capacitor. Oh, good. And recharging my gun is pretty fast. So this is good. But I don't understand what is this power here. Why it says 3,750? It must mean something because the JS400 and Ultra Flex, it's over 10,000. So if you know exactly what it means, please let me know in the comments below. But as for the power plant is concerned, so far I think this is the best power plant. It gives you 21 bars of power segment. And you can have everything full in combat, at least for this ship. And then if you go to SCM mode, turn off weapon, you can give even full power to your engine while you have your radar, your quantum drive, and your cooler at full power. This is nice. And this is a competition power plant. Next one is this one called Gamma Max. This one is a Stealth B. The power segment generation is only 17 and the power is at 4,688. But power draw request time is only 2.5 seconds. Okay, let's check it out. Yes, indeed. Only 17 segments of power. In SCM mode, I have to reduce power for my cooler and shut off life support, shut off tractor beam. And now, I still cannot give full power to my engine. So that's competition power plant for you. You really have to balance these power out. The last power plant we're going to look at is the Sedulity. This is a industrial power plant. Let's check it out. Industrial B. And the power segment generation is 19. And the power is 13,125. But the power draw request time is 16, almost 17 seconds. Let's check this out. All right, 19 segments for your power. In SCM mode, you have most of the power for the cooler, radar is on, life support off, tractor beam off, and you can give full power to shield, almost full power to engine, and also full power to weapon. This is pretty good. Oh, I think one of my weapon is off. Yeah. One of my weapon is off. There's only 3 weapons working for this power plant. Maybe this power plant does not have sufficient power. No, it should. Okay, weapons off.
Weapons off.
Weapons on.
Weapons on.
Okay, weapons on. Now my gun is not charging. So this is probably just a bug. Okay, I'm gonna turn my shield off. I turn my shield off. Now, only one of my guns is charging. Gun off. Gun on. Only 3 of my guns is charging. I don't know if this is because of my power plant or this is because a bug. Okay, let me change to a different power plant. Let's try to figure this out. It's very interesting. I wonder if this is because of the power. This one right here. Maybe some power plant just don't have enough power, but the one I put in here is the industrial one, which has the highest power, 13,000 something. So let's try the competition, only 3,750 power. Let's see if we can use our guns. Okay, Starburn. Okay, entering SCM mode. Now, 4 of my guns are charging with the competition at full power for almost everything, and then 4 of my guns are charging and good to fire. So this is the competition B. Now let's switch to Stealth B. Okay, so this is a Stealth B power plant. Go to SCM mode. Oh, only one of my guns charging with this power plant. Yeah, only one of my gun is firing and charging. with Stealth B. Okay, I'm gonna lower my shield. Yes, if I bring down my shield, you can see 3 of my guns are charging. So this is definitely something to do with the power output. So it's not just the power segments, but also power output. So the number here, power, I think has something to do with it. So in Stealth B, if I turn my shield back on, my gun, even though it has full power, but my gun is not working, it's not charging. So if I lower my shield, 3 of my gun is not charging. Okay, I'm gonna lower my engine. There we go. Now 4 of my guns are charging when I lower my engine without a shield. And if I give power to my engine and shield, now only 1 of my gun can fire while I have full power to my guns. Wow, this is a very interesting but very important find. When you decide which power plant to use, you must check if it can support your guns. Don't be fooled by the bars. The power segments is one thing, but you also need enough power supplies from each bar to your component. In this case, is my gun. I will definitely do another power plant test once the patch goes to live. This one is just a preliminary test, and we find out that different class of power plants does give you different power segments. And so far, the best segments you can get is from the competition class of the power plants. And the worst is from Stealth.